Hit it up, select ta 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 ta.
Yeah, so once again, you're locked on 89.5. We say a special good evening, good night to all the folks. Everyone locked on in the Caribbean. Yo, baby, yo! So Grenada, get ready. We're about to blast off once again, yo!
Sun is shining.
About 2 million years ago, Grenada was formed from an underwater volcano. At first, the island was inhabited by Caribs.
Christopher Columbus sighted Grenada in 1498 during his third voyage to the New World. He named the island Concepcion. How and when it was given the name Grenada is unsure, but it was most likely Spanish sailors who renamed the island for the city of Granada. By the beginning of the 18th century, the name Grenada, or La Grenade in French, was in common use.
In the early 17th century, French colonists drove most of the Caribs off the island and established plantations, eventually importing African slaves to work.
Grenada achieved independence from Britain in 1974, following a coup by the Marxist New Youth movement in 1983. The island was invaded by United States troops and the government were overthrown.
Because of the colonizations, most of the population are Christian, and so Christianity has put its mark on the life on the island. Our film is focused on tourism and what to do if you want to experience Grenada, the island of spices.
What you were asking, one that I have learned. I think one of the best things to do is an island. Places to look forward to is Granatan. There's the falls, Seven Sisters Falls.
Yeah. Some of our friends are there today.
Went there today. There's Nichols Hill. Where else? There's an underwater sculpture park.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, that one we know about.
Which I've never been.
You never been?
Okay. No.
Okay.
So I heard it's a good dive. Had a friend who went there last week. Said it was a good dive. But there's lots to see.
Yeah.
The people are very friendly.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
We noticed.
Ask for help.
Yeah.
Somebody would leave their work and go drop you wherever. It's just the people we are. So I think.
Thank you very much. Grenada is often called the island of spices, and it's also the #1 producer in the world of nutmeg. We're on our way to try their specialty nutmeg ice cream.
I've heard it's disgusting.
This is the nutmeg ice cream. It tastes almost like a chai latte,
Pumpkin
but
spice.
with but with like more tree flavor. Got something to say? It was delicious. Delicious. Gör ni det? Ja. Very nice, very nice. So we want to eat the meat. The meat. So we're gonna smash. Vilken några gånger till.
One of few species who can actually open it.
Men det är
i princip öppet. Det är så jävla nasty.
Ja men snälla som att det inte är mer nasty med fingrar i.
De här vet ju ingenting.
What about this? It's raining. I thought this was an exotic. And if you're filming up there it's a rainbow. Nej, man kan inte se regnbågen. Okay. And can somebody tell me why it's raining?
Geographical location in the Caribbean. Yes. Although many here would probably blame God.
Yeah.
If I can read.
Okay, so right now we're in Guava where the fish market is. Yeah, and they drove like crazy people. This is fried bread,
Okay, you go.
and it sounds and looks pretty disgusting, but it's very good.
And we also have fried fish, which is fried fish.
I would say that this is the best way to experience Grenada.
My national dish, oilong, Friday, cannibal,
Yeah.
and selling festival.
So don't treat me like a puppet.
What do you think about the tourism in Grenada? Is it good? Is it bad?
I think it's
annoying or
but it's good like because they bring in, you know, foreign exchange or stuff into the country. And like when the tourists come say and they go back, and they give like feedbacks, that's how we improve our system.
Like kind of advertising or something, it exposes us.
But is there a lot of tourism in here?
Yeah. Like every
It's
yeah,
not like
there's a
because
season
this is a tourist season.
Yeah.
Have seasons for tourists.
where the cruise ships will come in.
So do you have a way to behave as tourists?
No, not really.
Well, they ask that, you know, be polite to the tourists.
Okay, let's go get a tattoo. Right now we're trying to find a tattoo shop where I can get the tattoo that I want.
And HIV.
I'm super nervous right now.
Ja, nu gör vi detta, sa vi.
Oh my god. Okay, the tattoo is done. I ordered French fries and some pancakes with nutmeg ice cream and nutmeg syrup. Yeah, and I ordered some lamb salad and some sweet potatoes, but it doesn't look like the one we have at home. It's more, you see, home we have like strips, but here is like just, I don't know, it's purple and yeah, a little bit weird piece of taste. Wonderful.
It's alright. It's kind of mushy. And it doesn't really taste that much. But it's good.
So I ordered a Caribbean crab salad, although it was certainly not contaminated by any crab, which in this case makes it just a salad, I guess. But the ingredients of the salad has its similarities to a Caesar salad, although there neither was any chicken in it. I liked it, although it has the slightest touch of a long toilet visit afterwards.
We followed the advices that we got and went on a tour. If you like being out in nature and experiencing both vegetation and wildlife, there are many good opportunities for it in Grenada. It is not complicated at all to get to nature areas, as they are quite close on this not particularly large island. There are both nature reservation and botanic gardens to visit to gain a deeper insight into the tropical fauna and its many beautiful colors and shades. Grenada is a volcanic island and the landscape is dominated by forest. The original rainforest in the hinterland has largely been cut down and replaced by secondary forest or plantations. The climate is tropical with a temperature that changes with the height differences. The average temperature for the whole year in the lowlands is about 26 degrees Celsius, with small seasonal and daily variations. It's very popular on Grenada among the tourists that go on hikes due to all the rainforests that exist on this island. And when you are up in the mountains, why not stop at one of Grenada's many and beautiful waterfalls and maybe take a dip? But most important when you hike is to be careful and watch your step.
Okay, we have a quick question. In what ways did the hurricane affect Grenada's tourism? Well, my dear, it ground the tourism industry to a complete halt because every hotel was destroyed or damaged. For many months, we had no cruise ships coming because all you could have shown was devastating buildings. So the rest of 2004, we had no stayover visitors to talk about. But I must say that the United States government, what you call USAID, helped in big ways to provide funding to help people remain alive. So a lot of money, more than $100 million in grant funding was given to the government to help. Okay?
The people we talked to recommended us to go visit one of all the beautiful beaches Grenada has to offer, and so we did. The beaches were very influenced by the tourism, which we saw in many different ways. There were restaurants, salesmen, water activities, not to mention the big amount of tourists.
Here we have a tropical star fruit, which we bought at the market, and we are going to try some.
And since the people of Grenada are very kind, we got it for free. Yeah.
Right now we are waiting to enter the cockfighting arena, or maybe rooster fighting. Although there's plenty of cocks in there, there is mostly cocks. I haven't seen a single woman. And we are going to watch two roosters fight each other to the death. And this is a very cultural sport in the Dominican Republic. So this will be interesting.
Would you recommend it to other tourists?
Yeah, I really would. I mean, it's a nice mood in there, but it's a lot of waiting because the roosters have to build up some testosterone and anger to fight each other. So right now they are trying to, I don't know,
Pump them up.
Yeah, exactly, pump them up.
Now this is the area called Molineux. It is popular for snorkeling, and now even more so with the construction where you see that yacht, those yachts are anchored there. It's because that's where the underwater sculpture park is located. It was the first one to have been ever built in the entire world. It was built by an Englishman named Mr. Jason Taylor in 2006, and it had such an enormous impact on the tourism product that 5 years later National Geographic magazine was able to create a special edition featuring that day and the underwater sculpture park.
This is the underwater sculpture park. The park is located in Molineux, outside of Western Grenada. The sculptures were made by a British sculptor named Jason DeCarlis Taylor, and all the sculptures are made out of concrete. Altogether, there are 16 concrete sculptures, and since the sculpture park is located underwater, you had to either dive or snorkel to be able to see all the sculptures. The underwater sculpture park is also one of Grenada's most visited tourist attractions.
Okay, so right now we're at Grenada's underwater sculpture park.
According to National Geographic, this is one of the top 25 wonders of the world. We've seen about 5 or 6 sculptures so far.
I think the sculptures are really cool, and it's unbelievable how they were able to build them all.
And we have seen not only the sculptures, but a lot of fish and turtles and corals. Yeah.